Qiyamul Layl was fard. The night prayers, my dear brothers and sisters, the night prayers were fard upon the Sahaba, because you need to strengthen the link between you and your Creator. So anything happens to you, you turn to Allah, you beg Allah, you cry to Allah. No wonder He is saying, وَصَلُّوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسُ نِيَامٌ. Pray at night when the people are asleep. Everyone went to sleep. So get up and pray and supplicate and cry to your Lord. Also He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, لَن تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةِ حَتَّى تُؤْمِنُوا وَلَن تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُّوا أَلَا أَدُلُّكُمْ عَلَى شَيْءٍ مَا إِن فَعَلْتُمُوهُ تَحَابَبْتُمْ أَفْشُوا السَّلَامَ بَيْنَكُمْ. This is what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. None of you will enter paradise, none of you, till you believe. You don't believe? Maybe you people consider you a good person, between double quotes, good person. He's nice, he's helping the poor, but he doesn't worship Allah. I will digress. I want you just to reflect. I'll give you this extreme example. A son or a child, all the community, they talk about him nicely. He's gentle, he's nice, he's charming, he's cute, everything. But this son, the moment he enters his house, he grabs his mother by her hair and starts insulting her and beating her. What do you think? The whole community are talking nicely about him. Is he a good child? Is he nice? No. Because see his dutifulness to his parents. Imagine the one who's more important than your mother and your father, the one who brought you into being, the one who created you. You don't recognize him. You don't give him his rights, though he is not in need of you. He created everything. Look around you. Look around you and count. Try to count the blessings He bestowed upon you. Can you count the blessings of Allah? You cannot. And yet, you don't worship Allah, who brought you into being from nothing. وَلَن تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُّوا. You will not believe. You will not believe until you love each other. Shall I tell you something? If you do it, you will have peace. تَحَابَبْتُمْ إِفْشُوا السَّلَامَ. Spread the salam among you. Ibn Umar radiyallahu anhuma used to go to the market doing nothing. The only thing he would do, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, until he comes out of the market. And I conclude by giving just few glimpses about the Prophet of Islam, the Prophet of mercy, the Prophet of peace, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was peace for the entire humanity. Rahmatan lil alameen. This peace, this mercy, the mercy has been manifested in many aspects, in many ways. He is merciful to his family, kind, nice. Aisha says, radiyallahu anha, in Bukhari, she says, he would be with us in the kitchen, helping us. And when he hears the adhan, he would leave us. That is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was the best example and the best husband. The best husband. And he is the example. When he got angry with his wives, and he decided to leave them for 1 month, and he was living in the masjid. After 29 days, put yourself in his place. If this happened to you, after 29 days, he decided to go back to his wives. To go back to his wives. Aisha stood at the door. Imagine this. Aisha stood at the door and said, the month is not over. Why are you in a hurry? Imagine you told your sweetheart, you're not going to see me for 1 month, and after 29 days you came back and you were expecting her to hug you, to embrace you, and to tell you, I am sorry, forgive me. And she's telling you, still another day. Another day. But see Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what did he do? He said, the month can be 29 days and can be 30 days. Because we Muslims follow the lunar month. So it can be 29 days, it can be 30 days. All right? Let us have peace. So that is the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the example we have to take. And we have to be proud of this Prophet. We have to share and convey his teachings to the people and say, this is Prophet Muhammad. One day, he was in Medina. He entered a farm of one of the Ansar. Guess what happened? A camel. When the camel saw the Prophet ﷺ, the camel wept. The camel cried. The camel cried when the camel saw the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet ﷺ came to the camel, and he wiped his hand over the hump of the camel. And the camel spoke to the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet ﷺ understood the complaint of the camel. And he called the owner of the camel. And all the narrations I am quoting on this platform are authentic. He called the owner of the camel and he said, your camel complained against you. And your camel told me that you are not feeding him. You are not feeding him. Why did the camel complain to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Because he knew he is the mercy for mankind. In another occasion, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was traveling with his companions, the Sahaba. And the Sahaba, they found little chicks of a bird. And they took the chicks of the bird. And the mother came fluttering its wing and hovering around Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why did the bird, inshallah, why did the bird only was moving around Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The bird knew that only this man will bring and give me back my chicks, my little ones. This is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have to invite the people, and I invite every human being to study the biography of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam objectively. Remove all the preconceived notions from your mind. Remove them and be objective, and you will arrive at the truth. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by his divine names and attributes to guide all of us and to gather all of us in the company of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Jannatin Na'im. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khair.
We have just had one more of our speakers, Brother Mukhtar Maghroui, come in directly from the airport itself and to our program. We'd let him have some rest and let him speak later on after the other three speakers have completed their inaugural address. Our next speaker is Dr. Ahmed ibn Saifuddin from Saudi Arabia. An articulate communicator, he says Islam has been a victim of September 11. We need to dissociate Islam from the wrong practices of some of its followers and protect it from those who want to associate it with violence and destruction. He is the former director of Islamic and Arab Sciences in Fairfax, Virginia, and now an associate professor at Al-Imam Muhammad Al-Ibn Saud Islamic University in Saudi Arabia. His vast knowledge of Islam has benefited scores of people wanting to learn more and more about Islam and its teachings, as did we see some journalists do so during the press conference interaction in the afternoon today. Please welcome Brother Dr. Ahmed ibn Saifuddin.